guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're actually gonna be doing something different. We got Judah from Judah's Garage. He actually bought WhistlinDiesel's Hellcat. You guys probably seen it on the internet. He put some buggy wheels on it. So what's going on with it?
Man, a lot's going on. We got a tweaked frame. We got dents everywhere. We got engine lights. We got airbag lights. But you know, we came to the spot. This is the frame expert right here.
Garage. We're about to go. Let's go ahead and go check it out and see what WhistlinDiesel did to it. WhistlinDiesel's 2016 Corvette.
2016.
I mean, it's a
Hellcat.
Charger Hellcat.
I know you're thinking about that C8, wishing you know you had it, but it's just the Hellcat today.
So this thing does have a little bit of frame damage up here, and I don't know what the heck whoever was doing this. They kind of heated it up. I guess they were trying to straighten it out, and somebody did already put other parts on there, didn't they?
Yeah, they swapped out. So it had a messed up radiator and AC condenser, and I don't know about this, the power steering cooler, but yeah, they swapped all this in because I didn't buy this from WhistlinDiesel. I got finessed. I was gonna buy it from him, and then another kid bought it from him, and then I had to pay overpriced from that kid. But you know, whatever it takes to get the build. But they did a little bit of work, you know. They did. I don't know who. I'm guessing Whistlin did the Whistlin special on that. Trying to. He's not vTuned. He thought he was vTuned.
He did a pretty good weld job right there, though.
Yeah.
Line that up.
Little bubblegum action.
Looks good though, and then I mean it looks like it lines up pretty good though. Like
yeah.
The hood,
this is the new hood. The old hood. Well, I didn't bring it. It's at the other shop, but. This is the new hood, and we just put this on like the hood. The hood hinge needs to be adjusted, but
yeah, the gaps also look pretty good on the front end of it.
The good thing is I got all the parts. I got both headlights. I got the crash bar. I got the whole frame rails. Headlights. We got the crash bar. We got the bumper, and then look. Here's the buggy wheels.
The viral buggy wheels.
Yeah, we're gonna mount these on. Stay tuned.
Went ahead and pulled the frame rails out of the trunk, and I guess he supplied the entire rails, but we're probably not even going to need the driver or the passenger side. No, this is the driver side, and we will use the passenger.
Where do you think we'll splice it in at?
Probably somewhere around right here.
So what? Isn't this like how many layers is this? Like 3?
2.
2. So what? You cut one like staggered, right?
Yeah.
On the spot weld, so then you can match it with that spot weld.
Yeah, that's how I like to do it.
I'd be watching how you be doing it. This kid, literally anything has frame damage, you see vTuned in the comments like, bring it to vTuned, bring it to vTuned.
But yeah, see that's how I did on the Goon Squad Challenger. I just spliced it in right here, and then I did back here.
Theirs is way worse than this, right?
Yeah.
Their fender, what's that called? Fender skirt?
Yeah. The apron was a little pushed in, but we just pulled it out, so it wasn't that bad.
All right, well, what now? Get to business or what?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this car on the frame rack, and then we can start setting it up to get pulled. So we have the Challenger on the frame rack. Now it's time to go ahead and start digging into it. First thing we're gonna do is probably pop these side skirts off and put the metal clamps on there. So when we're doing all the framework, the car isn't moving around. So let's go ahead and grab the jacks and jack this car up and get it set up. So we got the car all nice and secure on the clamps, and since we're gonna be working on this frame rail right here, we are gonna have to take most of this apart, take off this radiator support, and then take off this radiator also, because we have to get into this area right here. we got the entire front end basically apart. We took the radiators off, and check out this rail right here. It is pretty kinked up pretty bad, but the good thing is it didn't kink anywhere else. It just kind of pushed in the front. This side doesn't look too bad. I think we can just heaten it up, straighten this side out. But now all we need to do is take off this cooler over here on this side, and they'll be ready to make some holes. So we pretty much have everything stripped down off the front of this car. We're gonna start off with the passenger side rail over here. The first thing we wanna do is actually pull this rail out because it is pushed in pretty good. So we're gonna pull it out, try to get it in its perfect position. And the way we're gonna do that is actually, my brother's gonna weld a plate on right here, and we can simply just pull this entire piece out. So you already went ahead and welded this piece on right here. Now all we need to do is set up this tower and just pull all this stuff over as much as we can, and then we'll chop it off.
I do rebuild stuff, okay? I hit the fender on accident.
So check this out, we got the entire rail nice and pulled out. It's in this perfect position. Now what we need to do is grab the Sawzall and simply cut it off, and then we'll start working on our new rail and start working it up and seeing exactly how we're gonna splice the new one in. So now that we got the frame rail cut off, now what we're gonna work on is actually getting this piece off right here, because we are gonna splice in this piece, probably till back here on this side, and then we're gonna do this side like right here. We're kind of gonna do a nice staggered fit of it. So let's go ahead and draw all these spot welds right here, and we do have a little bit of welds we need to grind out right there. And we can pull this panel off and use that as a template for that rail. We can put it over that one and then do a nice cut over there. We got everything cut off over here. We went ahead and cut the back side and we trimmed everything up, so it's good to go. So now what we need to do is start working on the new frame rail right here. We do have our template piece right here. We need to grind it up a little bit, and then it'll lay flush on top of here. And then all we have to do is mark it and cut it with the grinder, and that is gonna line up perfectly with that.
Yo, what do you got going on with my car, dude? You chopped the whole frame rail off.
We're gonna make this thing back to OEM spec. This is how they do it at the Chevy dealership right here. All we need to do is just weld it up really good.
Dude. I'm trusting you, man. This comes with a warranty?
Yeah, as soon as you leave the gate, the warranty ends.
Oh, it's tight. That's tight.
All right, we're gonna put cleaned up on the frame rail and on the frame rail on the car. Now we just need to clamp it on, and we're actually going to test fit the radiator support, check all the measurements, and see how good it lines up. How's it over there?
Yeah, you're good for now.
Oh, yes. We went ahead and put the radiator support. Yuri went ahead and did all the measurements. Everything lines up beautifully. Now what we need to do is take this frame rail back off. We're going to spray some weld through primer in there, and we can go ahead and finally weld everything up beautifully. We got everything lined up on the Hellcat. Now it's ready to go ahead and weld, and my brother's actually going to weld everything up for us, so let's get to it. The rail all welded on there. We went ahead and grinded everything down, and it looks really good. Now all we're gonna do is apply a little bit of glaze in some of the areas, and then after that we can sand that glaze down and throw some primer, and then we got some paint. We're gonna paint these rails in. frame rail is all painted up. Judah, what do you think about it?
Dude, I'm honestly impressed. I know you do good work, but this is you can't even see the weld marks. It looks like OEM.
Basically factory. Now what we need to do is go ahead and just start putting everything back together, like the radiators, so we can drive this thing off the frame.
What's the plan? We're gonna go rip it after this or what?
Yeah.
We do some burnouts?
Do some burnouts or something. Big shout out to Judah's Garage for trusting me with this Hellcat. Pretty cool to be working on one of WhistlinDiesel's old Hellcats that he kind of beat up. But if you look at it, the frame rail has turned out amazing. What do you think about it? It looks pretty good, don't
I mean, there's not a better man on YouTube to do this. Look at the old frame rail. Look at this. It was mangled. Like, this doesn't even look like a frame rail, but now we're looking like it was never wrecked. And this only took like a day. Like,
a day and a half.
He cranked. If without him,
it was a really short notice. He just called me up. He's like, hey, I just bought a Hellcat. I need some framework. So we're like, all right, we can just pound it out. It's actually Sunday today, but we got everything done on it. So that's gonna be pretty much it. And if you guys want to follow the rebuild of this car fully, make sure you check out Judah's Garage on YouTube. I'll go ahead and drop some links down below. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and check out my Instagram at vTuned. And if you want to cop some merch, head over to vTuned.com. Thanks for watching.